Hey YouTube, it's me, I'm back. I have a little video I would like to do tonight about one of my favorite things, which is shoes. I know I talk a lot about purses, but shoes, I think, if somebody held a gun to my head and said you could only have handbags for the rest of your life or shoes, I think I would go with shoes. So I have some shoes I actually want to share with you tonight. My appearance, I'm not happy with it tonight. You know, whenever I watch YouTube videos, I see people who are like me. They have little kids and they work and they somehow manage to look flawless. Well, that is not what I have to offer you this evening. It's been in the 90s last few days, and as I've mentioned in other videos, right now I am working our summer camp program. So we walked about 1.5 miles total today, as well as bowled for about an hour. So I was very sweaty. I tried to clean myself up as best as I could to be presentable for this video, but I'm just not that person who has pin straight hair and dry skin no matter how much makeup I put on, no matter how much product I put in. And you can kind of see I have, both times I had my kids, my hair fell out. So even though my youngest is almost 2, it's still growing back. So I have hair that won't stay down, and yeah. So I'm not super polished this evening. I'm as polished as I could be for the day that I had. But anyway, like I said, shoes. 2 videos back, I mentioned a pair of shoes that I had exchanged from DSW. I had these Aldo slides that I really liked, but the jewels are falling out of it. And what's the point of having a pair of shoes if you're just worried about stuff falling out? So I exchanged them, and I exchanged them for a pair of platforms. Now, when I was in my younger days, my late teens, early 20s, I was very much into platforms. Platforms were very in. But over the years, especially after having my son Ethan, I really just don't wear heels or platforms at all. I'm just not confident and comfortable. I liked heels in high school, but eventually the pain, I don't know if maybe you get more nerve endings in your feet as you get older, but I have zero tolerance for heels. The only time you will see me in a pair of heels will be at a wedding, and as soon as I get to the reception, I'm wearing some flip-flops. I don't have the tolerance in that for like your toes being squished and your heel hurting. I just can't do it. So it's not very characteristic of me to buy a platform or a heel. Like I said, I kind of briefly mentioned it, and I had worn them 1 or 2 times to church. But you know, you're not walking around too much in church. So Friday night, my husband and I went to Atlantic City. We went to go see it's Nick Wallenda has a show down there. It's called the Circus, so it's like a acrobatics and different physical feats type show, which is really cool. I recommend it. We got some comp tickets, so we went down there, and I was apprehensive about wearing these shoes because I knew I'd be walking a lot, but I decided I'd give it a try. I did have the foamy looking slides that I had in my last video, or 2 videos ago, in the car as a backup, but I didn't wind up needing it, which is why I had to show you these shoes, because they're just not me. These are called the Hassie, Hassie, and it has like, I don't think it's leather, but it's some sort of footbed. It's got the, I don't know if it's actual, it's not actual leather, but it's like a faux leather crisscross strap. And then it's got the, whatever this is called, like espadrilles have right there. Now, the one thing I'll say, because they're fairly high and fairly flat for a platform, when you're putting the shoes on or taking the shoes off, and you only have one foot in one, for me anyway, like I almost immediately lose my balance and almost fall over. So I have to put these shoes on and take them off in the sitting position. But other than that, they were extremely comfortable to have on, and I really, really enjoyed them. I believe they were $20 when I got them at DSW, so I don't know if they are still available, but if they are, I really recommend them. When we went to Atlantic City, I was wearing a maxi skirt, so I needed these for a little extra height so I wouldn't be stepping on the skirt, and they worked out perfect. So these are keepers, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so I actually bought another pair of shoes yesterday. I've been like on this buying, selling, like crazy roller coaster. I'm the type of person who believes if you get something, you have to get rid of something. So whether it be that I list something and sell something on Poshmark, or if I donate something, I don't like to get something and not get rid of something. And generally that for me means that I sell things on Poshmark if they're in good condition. So anyway, so we went out to dinner last night in the Cherry Hill area. Whenever I'm in the Cherry Hill area, I had to hit up my favorite store, Nordstrom Rack. So we headed over to Nordstrom Rack. I really wasn't expecting to really buy anything. We were just more window shopping. But I did happen to see something that I thought was very pretty, and it was a great deal. So I had to jump on it. And it happens to be from, I think, officially my new favorite shoe designer, with the exception of UGG, which maybe once we get to the winter I will show you my ridiculous UGG collection. But these are Tory Burch jelly sandals. The name of these, the color is called Reef. There is a style number 2 if you want me to read it off. It doesn't have like a name of the actual shoe. So I don't have any Tory Burch slides like these. And like, I'm obsessed with turquoise. I think it's just about one of my favorite colors. I've been gravitating towards it a lot. So they are jellies. They're very comfortable, and what I liked about them, jelly shoes of various brands that I've had in the past that I've wound up selling. A big issue for me is that the sole of the shoes are very slippery. I had a pair of Steve Maddens, and I only wore them a few times because I'd walk and like my foot would just want to like go and slide out from under me. So that's not good. And I did have a pair of Coach sandals that did that too. They weren't as bad. I really loved them. They were like a clearish, whitish color, and they went with everything. But after I had my second son, a lot of my shoes that were on the narrow side just didn't fit. So I had to get rid of those. So I was happy to put another pair of jellies in my collection, and I just love the way that these look. They're very pretty, and I love the color. So these guys, let's see, does the shoe have a style? No. Were $49.97, which is a little on the pricey side, but does it have a compare at thing on here? I looked at a couple different styles, so sorry for not being prepared. I just get them confused. There is no compare at on these, but I would say they're probably $100 or more. That's generally what these things cost. So I'm excited to wear these. I generally, to work, especially as I've said, I've been working summer camp. I'm very active during the day. I have walked, let's see, they're almost 14,000 steps today just by working, not working out or doing anything extra than being teacher and mom. So I don't wear flip-flops to work. I really only wear them after work and on the weekends. So I'm excited to wear these. Probably not till the weekend. But as I said, this video is going to be all about shoes from Tory Burch, which is growing to be my favorite brand to buy shoes from. Like I said, at least summer shoes. Winter shoes, my heart belongs to UGG. My feet get very cold very easily, and I like uncomfortably cold. So I love Uggs. I pretty much wear them as much as humanly possible. So winter time, I'll give you guys an UGG video. But I've showed you a couple of the shoes in my collection, and I figured I'd show you some of the other ones too. If you're like me, maybe you want to dive into buying something from a particular brand that might be on the pricier side, and you're not so sure about pulling the trigger because it is an investment. Sometimes you buy something and you're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever bought. If I had the money for it, Christian Louboutins are absolutely gorgeous shoes, but they're not really my style of shoe. I just, as I said before, I can't tolerate pain. So I think it's really helpful to get somebody else's opinion. So I'm going to pick somebody else's brain about it. So I'm going to go first with the flip-flops, the sandals they have. If you're familiar with Tory Burch at all, you'll see people out and about and around with them all the time. And the thing that I like most, and I showed you these in one of my videos that I bought a lot this year. My Nordstrom rack was popping. The thing I like most about their flip-flops is they are very sturdy. I should have brought a pair of my Havaianas in to compare. But like Havaianas, I love the style of them. They're so cute. They're very comfy. But they bend very easily. So one thing, I'm not a good walker. I'm very clumsy. I trip a lot, especially wearing my Havaianas, because it seems like the toe bends down. And anytime, especially if I've gotten a fresh manicure and pedicure, I will skid and like scrape off the top layer of my nail polish because, I don't know, I just trip on myself. I don't find myself doing that with these because they're very sturdy. Something else I've noticed, now I have owned Coach flip-flops, for example. And something I've noticed with the Coach flip-flops, the printing that's on the flip-flop chips very easily. On the Coach ones, it actually kind of peels up. I've worn these several times, and I don't see any peeling of the design at all. The design is adhesed on there very well. And they're comfortable. The materials they're made out of are comfortable. Now, for me personally, I have back issues, so if I'm going to be doing long walking or something, I will go more for a sneaker or a shoe that has support. But if I'm just going out to dinner and doing something casually when I'm not going to be walking too much, I am a flip-flop girl all the way. So I have a couple styles of just like the regular flip-flop. So I have these. These are pretty. Like, I did get them a little bit dirty. I wore them out somewhere. So I obsessively cleaned them with a baby wipe. So I have these. The last pair I picked up was in Virginia, and I had a reveal video about these. Now, this really annoyed me. They actually, it seems like specifically Nordstrom Rack stores, they'll put the tag to stuff in the stupidest, most inopportune place. Like these, okay, you put it on the bottom, you peel it off, you're going to have sticky stuff on the bottom, but nobody's going to see it, and you're eventually going to walk it off. When I bought these, it was right on the sole, so I've tried to pick off the glue, but now it's dirty from my foot, and I'm sorry, it's just a pet peeve of mine. So I picked these up when I was in Virginia. These and these, I believe, were 30, and I think these were 30 and these were 35. And I really like these because they were just a really neutral, basic color. And the little Tory Burch emblem on there is almost like a mother of pearl type color. So I like these neutral. Earlier in the summer, I also picked up these, which were in another video. Which these are a little dressier. I've worn these to church a couple times. It does have a leather strap. And as I said before, anytime I buy something, I sell something. So I have put all of my Coach flip-flops up for sale. I only have one remaining because I feel like the quality of these are a little better. I like the style of the Coach ones, but I feel like the quality of these are a little more enduring. A pair you did not see yet were these. I picked these up, I think, last year, and these are wedges. I wanted flat ones last year, but there weren't any available. So I had to go. The neighbor children are screaming. That's great. Sorry if you heard that. But all they had was wedges, and which was fine because I thought the design of these were really pretty, and I believe these were on clearance for like $25 or something. It was a good deal. Again, they're sturdy. When you think about a wedge and a flip-flop, you know, as I said, I trip easily, so it doesn't seem like it's a good match, but these are pretty hard. Nothing's going to be happening to that. So this is my sandal slash flip-flop collection. And now I'm going to be moving into the shoes. All of these shoes I've gotten for less than $100. And most of them probably less than, I would say, $75. It's weird because there's some things that I don't mind spending money on, and then there's other things that that's just like a threshold I try not to cross. So the very first pair of shoes were in one of my videos before. These are like my go-to spring summer flat because they're very comfortable and they're very stylish. And it's these Reva flats. Like I said, these were less than $100, which if you are like me and you are at Nordstrom Rack often, you're not going to see these under like $130. We saw a couple pairs last night and they were $130 to $160 or $70. So this was a very good price. I am noticing now that I'm looking at it, some of the wicker, I don't know what you call it, is loosening up a bit. So I mean, I do baby these somewhat, but obviously that's going to happen eventually. So it's got the wicker material, and it's got the leather under the Tory Burch sandal. The kids behind me are distracting me, I'm sorry. Under the emblem, there's leather on the inside as well. And I find that the leather in the Tory Burch shoes really is for comfort. For me personally, I have an issue with, if I don't wear socks or something, I will get blisters. But these just have a nice smooth place for my foot to go into. There's not a whole lot of friction, and I love the leather on these. So these are one of my favorite pair of shoes. Another pair of shoes I believe were on a video were these Tory Burch loafers. And my husband actually picked these up for me as a gift. And again, Nordstrom Rack put the stupid tag on the inside. And these are really, really comfy. I like wearing them with pants. You could wear it with a skirt. And they're just really comfy. And since they're gold, I feel like it kind of transitions between the seasons. Because it could really go with anything. So I love these. Now, two shoes that I know have not been in a video, but they are faves of mine. Now, these my husband bought for me as a gift, I believe, for my birthday. These little sneakers. And they have like a Saffiano leather toe and a little leather bow with a little Tory Burch emblem there. And again, they have the leather interior, which for me, I think is more comfortable. And the only thing I had to say about these is my left foot is a little wider than my right foot, so this tends to hurt my toe a little bit. I mean, this wouldn't be something I'd want to be walking around in too long. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, but like the outside is like a satiny material. So these are really, really cute. And then finally, my favorites, because as I've mentioned before in the Louis Vuitton videos, I am obsessed with Paris. I love France. So when I saw these, and I believe these were $40 when I bought them, I had to buy them. They are espadrilles, stripy espadrilles, and they say Mon Amour with a cute little heart, and it's got the Tory Burch emblem right there. And again, these are so comfortable. They really are. These feel squishier and more comfortable like a sneaker. So I like wearing these when I want to just have a pop of some designer stuff on my feet, but still want to be comfortable. As far as their espadrilles go, definitely very comfortable. I've never, like I said, with the exception of this shoe being a little tight for me personally, I've never run into an issue with my Tory Burch things. As I said, it seems like they're very resistant to having wear on them. The flip-flops, the pattern, I've worn these a couple times. The pattern does not chip. It's not budging. They're very comfortable. While I'm not really at the place yet where I would shell out money for them brand new, I would say if you're wondering about whether or not you should pull the trigger, if you've been eyeing up something, I would say they are a quality product. I don't have any Tory Burch outlets by me, but I know they exist. And again, Nordstrom Rack, I have come across amazing things there. And I know Nordstrom, they have their semi-annual sales. I believe their sale just ended last week. Or I've heard that you can get fantastic deals also. And I know these shoes, I believe my husband picked up direct from the Tory Burch website. So they do have their periodic sales. One thing about Tory Burch that I've been kind of curious about is the quality of their bags. Now, I'm kind of like on a Louis Vuitton kick right now, so I'm not sure that I am really interested or seriously considering getting a bag in the future. But I think if a good deal came along, it was too good to pass up, maybe I would try. So I hope that gave you guys some information, some eye candy, and I will see you next time. Bye!